friends, this has to be because, we are just improving and we believe it will keep getting better. It has to come this way, that we are going to do this recording and then send it to you so that you will not be eluded what we've already started. Okay, so like I was saying, we want to look into certain aspects of time. You have to understand certain things about the calculation of lifetime. If you are 75 years old, if you sleep 8 hours every day for 75 years, 8 hours, which is actually 1/3 of every day out of 24 hours, if you sleep for 8 hours every day for 75 years, it means you spent 25 years of your life in bed. And by implication, that means that you've only lived for 50 years. Are you 50 years listening to me as we broadcast this moment? If you sleep 8 hours every day for 50 years, it means you've spent 16 good years of your lifetime in the bed, living 34 years of your 50 years life. Are you 40 years old? I want you to understand, break down with me. If you sleep for 8 hours every day, it means you've spent 13 years of your life in bed, sleeping, living 27 years out of your 40 years of existence. Maybe you're 30 years old. If you sleep for 8 hours every day, it means you've spent 10 years of your life in bed, living only 20 years of your life out of the 30 years you've existed. Maybe you're 25, you said I'm quite young. If you're sleeping for 8 hours every day, it means you've spent 8 years of your life out of 25 in bed, leaving you 17 years. I'm going to ask you a question that is very striking. I want you to think about it. Out of your 50 years, your 34 years, your 27 years, your 20 years, or your 17 years left, out of the ones you've slept and left, the question is, what have you done with the remaining? It will interest you to know that life will never give to you what you deserve. No, it won't. What life will give to you is what you both negotiate or bargain for. One of the reasons why God loved Jacob and hated Esau was because Jacob was a negotiator, or a bargainer if you like. Okay, look at this. Standing before Esau, his elder brother, as Esau came back from hunting and demanded that he give him his porridge. He did not just dish it out to him, he bargained for the first sonship. Appearing before Isaac, his father, he went forth to bargain for the birthright. When he stood before Laban, the mother's brother, his paternal uncle, he began to bargain on the account of the business they were doing, the way it would profit him. Yes, I couldn't care less at this moment. You might call Jacob a supplant, you might call him a crook, you might call Jacob a thief, a double dealer. That is your assertion and conclusion of him. That is not what God sees Jacob to be. Yeah, I'm sure you may be surprised to hear that from the preacher. And I can tell you why. When it was time for God to look for a title to introduce himself to the children of Israel, the Bible says expressly that God called himself to the people he was to introduce himself to. He said, I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, not the God of Israel. That is to say, God acknowledged and recognized that this young man was a negotiator. There is what we call life-giving events. When opportunity comes your way, the way you handle it is what determines the outcome. There are millionaires you are seeing that you admire to be like them. There are millionaires you've seen and you branded them immediately as people that did money rituals. But I'm here to tell you that the difference between you and that millionaire is not in his status and yours, is not in your academic background or your family background or your environmental background. It is not because you don't have a job. It is not because you don't have opportunities or money to become, but it is as a result of the way he manages his time that you don't manage yours. Stop telling people you didn't go to school. Stop telling people you are a dropout. Stop telling people you don't have a job. That is not what will make you. If I see you draw your to-do list of 24 hours in 1 week, I can tell you where you will be in 1 year. That is to say that you have to understand how to make use of the times. In the place we read, it said, do not walk as foolish people, but walk as wise. Be circumspect in your walking on daily basis, knowing that the times are evil, so you redeem the time. That's what we read. So I came to announce to you that God has given you everything you need pertaining to life and godliness. But it can only find expression in you when you understand that your ability to put the time that He has given to you to work is what will bring it to fulfillment. Before I round up this short video, I want you to listen to this. You cannot become who God has designed you to become until the day you wake up to understand that every day of your life is leading you one step away to your grave. The time is now. If you don't make use of the time when you ought to, somebody will hire you to make use of his own time, and that will be at your own detriment. Until I come your way again on Friday, on Wednesday, I am your friend, your brother, Apostle Uche Mba, saying stay blessed and put your time to work. God bless you.